Hi, welcome back to vtgames.vn anyone can code series, and in this time I'm going to use Java to demonstrate about classes and objects. And make sure that you already watch the previous videos that I explain about what classes is and what object is, because in this time I'm just gonna code them. I'm not gonna explain more in details anymore. And in this one we're going to create a new project and Java application next in anyone can code. Okay, this one is in session number 4, class object. Okay, session number 4, class object. And in this session, it is a second one here. In this session, we're going to create a class. A class again is the abstraction used to describe collection of the object of the same types. What do you describe? You describe their common characteristics, and also you describe their common behaviors. So common characteristics is in form of tables, and common behaviors is in form of the methods. Okay, in forms of methods. So we're going to create in Java. In order to create that class, you're going to click on this package, new Java class, and gonna name it students. Be sure that in Java the naming is just similar to what you name the variables that you learned before. And the difference is Java classes start with uppercases. Remember that one, naming convention. Then I'm going to describe the comments characteristics of all the students. All of them are going to have ID, all of them are going to have name, all of them are going to have age. Once again, why don't I describe the others? Proteins, because the student will have many proteins. We only describe the things which is relevant to us, okay, needed for our business operation. Second thing, why do we use variables? Because we need to store data for that individual object. And why don't we store the value directly? Because this one is a description for many of the students, not any individual one. When it's come into object, you're going to store values for each of the variables. And then also we're going to describe the common behaviors, or what the student can do for us. And in my system, I'm assuming that any student will be able to do two things for us, which is to greet people and also to do mathematics, which is to add. So I'm going to say void greet. Okay, and what you don't, if you don't understand what the void greet is, please read the watch the theory part about functions there. And this one I'm going to greet. Let's say this one is welcome to welcome to anyone can code series. Anyone can code Java from vtgame.vn. Then you're going to display another message. My name is, okay, my name is, then you're going to add the name here. Then okay, then plus age, then plus years old. Okay, years old. Okay, that one is the greet method. Similarly, you're going to require any student that you must be able to do mathematics. So you're going to say mathematics. The student is going to add. What do you add? You add two numbers. What are the numbers? Int x and int y, two integer. And if you add, you're going to return an integer. Okay, and the name of the method is to add. And how do you add? Here is the way for you to add. You're going to declare g equal to x plus y, and then you return g. Okay, this one is what it is about the class students. And next part, as I already explained to you, which is the objects. Objects is the individual instance. And in order to, what's the difference between an object and the class is that for objects, the characteristics or the variables here must contain some values for some individual students. And that's why in order to create objects inside Java, we're going to use constructor. Okay, the job of constructor, as I already explained here in constructor section, which is it's going to receive the input, assign it to your variables, and produce the object. So you're going to declare the constructor, and the constructor must be the same, must have the same name as the class name. No return type, no return type, because anyway it's return an object of type student. So you don't have to specify return type. So I'm going to create a constructor here, constructor. This constructor is, I'm going to say it's students, same name, no return type. And you're going to receive an ID values, you're going to receive a name values, and you're going to receive the age values. After receiving them, you're going to assign them to, ID equal to ID val, okay? Age equal to age val, and name equal to name val. And h equal to h val. This one is the constructor. You're going to use this constructor in order to create, you're going to use the constructor in order to create your object. And talking of the constructor name, which is the same name as the class name, this one is a class name, okay? And if a class name is public class, it must be stored in the file name, Java file name, with the same name as the class name, okay, as well. That one is the constructor. And normally you can also create a constructor. This kind of constructor is called the parameterized constructor, because you do have input parameters to create the object. But you also have another kind of constructor, which is the default constructors, which is also with the same name as the students, but there is no input parameters, so that you're going to assign some default values for the ID. Let's say ID equal to 0, then name is equal to empty string, then age is equal to like 0 as well, okay, 0 as well. So this one is the constructor. Then this one is the constructor, and you're going to use the constructor to create the object. The class is just a description, because you only have ID, name, age. But what ID, what name, what age, you don't know. So it's just like, that's why it's called an abstraction. It's just like a user manual for the phone. It describes everything about the phone. But you cannot use the user manual in order to make a phone call. You have to use the phone, or you have to use the object of that one in order to make a phone call. So in Java, in order to create an object, okay, it is like this. After creating the class student, now it can be used as a data type of type students. This one is called the composite data type or complex data type. It's not primitive. Like integer is primitive, but student is not primitive, because it's including a ID as an integer, name as a string, and age is as an integer. So it's more than one data type over there. So more than one variables over there. So that one can be used as a data type. Then you're going to declare students as a data type, and you're going to declare a variable std1, okay, std1, and you're going to create a new object of that type. You're going to call the new keyword, and you say students. Okay, do the control space. It's going to show you the suggestion. I'm going to choose the second one, because I'm going to pass in the variables for the name, which is 1. Okay, variables for name, which is 1. And then this one is meter 1, and this one, the age is 20. Okay, the age is 20. Then this one is, this one is going to create one object students. This is like creating this student object. Okay, this student object. But after creating the student object, you're going to store it to a variable or a pointer. This one can be called a pointer, pointing to that object, which is std1, something like this. It can be a pointer std1. Okay. Inside the memory there is a pointer, and that pointer is pointing to this object. Okay, pointing to this object. Normally people call this one as an object as well. However, actually it is a pointer pointing to the object like this inside your program. And now you can make use of your objects. Let's say you're going to ask the std1 to greet. Okay, then you're going to ask the std1 to do some adding for me, like can you add 10 or 20. Okay, and if it adds, it's going to return the result equal to something, and you're going to display result equal to, okay, result equal to plus result there. Okay, similarly you can create many other objects. Okay, can you create more objects of the same type? You can create students std2, okay, equal to new students. Okay, new students, and this time you're going to specify 2. Then this one is meter 2. This one is like 18 years old. Okay, 18 years old. Miss 2, 18 years old. Okay. You can also ask the student to std to do greeting. Okay, and you can ask the student to do math too. Okay, but let's just try and run and see. Okay, let's just try and run and see. Okay, and see how the system works. Our system is simulating that one. So to see, this one, welcome to Anyone Can Code Java video games. From this one is methods. I missed the typo here. From. Okay, that one is a greeting of the student number one. Okay, that one is a greeting of student number one. And my name is Meter1. I'm 20 years old. Then the result is 30. Okay. Similarly, we can add the student number to. We can add the student number to the greeting to. Welcome to Anyone Can Code Java from VTGames.vn. And my name is Mr. I'm 18 years old. Okay. You can use the default constructor as well. Student std3 equal to new students. Okay, new students. And for this one, if you add the student 3 dot greet, you'll see some strange thing now. Okay, it said welcome to Anyone Can Code Java from VT Games. Then my name is nothing there. Okay, I'm 0 years old because it's still accepting the default values. And this case you can use to set the values using like std3 dot name equal to like 3 std name equal to dot id equal to 3 and dot std3 dot name equal to std dot name equal to something like miss3. Okay, miss3. Then right now you can add it to do greeting again. After creating, assigning the values, you can add the student to do greeting again. You'll see. Okay, you'll see. Okay, so now it's welcome to Anyone Code Java from VT Games, and my name is Miss3, and I'm 0 years old. Student 3, the name. Okay, this one's the ID. We need to. I forgot to set also std3.h equal to like 22. Okay, 22. So you can run this one. You'll see. Okay, I'm 22 years old. So that is it about how to create the class. Okay, how to create the class, the constructor, the behaviors of the students, and how to create individual objects and make use of object of that class. Okay, and next lecture I'm going to show some encapsulation and data protection inside classes and objects, because you can see right now people inside the main. From the main class, okay, from this class, you can access directly to ID, name, and age of the student class. This one is not very good. And how do we avoid so? Okay, how do we avoid direct access to this data? We're going to use encapsulation features and getters and setters and access modifiers. Okay, in next part. So we'll see you next part then.